Look, facts came out. This sucks ass. We didn't know about this, obviously, and we're going to cut ties, and we don't condone or agree with anything like this.
Suddenly, it turns out that years ago, he tried to message a minor to solicit them for and it got caught, and that's why it didn't happen. You expect me to not turn my back?
I think Nickmercs is the biggest in the world. Lupo, obviously, he's a fake. Let's go ahead and say it. Didn't talk about it before, but I'm in the mood now to talk about it.
DrDisrespect has just fired out at people who fired out against him when the allegations of him talking to a minor came out late last year. It was one of the biggest things to take over the internet. Obviously, if you weren't there for it, I don't know how you could have possibly missed it. DrDisrespect, of course, accused by an ex-Twitch employee who came out and stated that there were some Twitch DMs from when Twitch had DMs. Twitch Whispers, I think it was called. And, DrDisrespect was basically talking to minors apparently inappropriately, and that's why Twitch cut their ties and banned him. And it was all an elusive thing. And then DrDisrespect comes out with arguably, it wasn't a great response, and basically tried to defend himself, stating that actually, yeah, I did talk to a minor, and sometimes, the conversations could have been seen as inappropriate. That response has now been deleted by DrDisrespect, but off the back of it, multiple people who used to, I guess, run with DrDisrespect, or, used to play with him and, do stuff with him from time to time, spoke out about it, as did the rest of the internet. One person in particular was Nickmercs. We're going to get on to some other people in just a moment, because obviously DrDisrespect has just fired back, and it's not looking too great for anyone's friendships right now. But Nickmercs was one of the... He took a while to respond, right? He didn't respond for a little bit. It was a few, couple of days after the allegations really came out, and I guess it was heat from the internet that made him actually speak out about it. And when he finally did, he put, "This DrDisrespect is married with children pushing 40 admits to texting a minor inappropriately. His words, not mine. So I cut ties. Because obviously that's inexcusable. Now I'm a shit friend for not having his back. Bunch of brain rot morons on this app." So, obviously he got heat for not responding, then he got heat for actually responding. I guess it's one of them double-edged swords. Even in the comment section of this post, he still got heat for it, but that's not all that he got. But he ended up going on to a podcast. Now, we're going to call it a quote-unquote low-budget podcast. Hold that thought in your minds, because that's going to be relevant in just a moment. He went on a low-budget podcast, right, to talk about the whole situation, to talk about why it took him so long to respond, to talk about why the response came as it did, and what the fallout from the response, okay? And within the podcast, he stated this.
DrDisrespect.
It's a tough one.
And you obviously know him personally. Good dude.
I know him personally. I do. I mean, we met in person twice, briefly, and we've played a lot of games together throughout the years. People think that we're like best friends. That's not true. And then people also say, oh, they only gamed a couple times. I mean, that's not true either. We're somewhere in the center. The internet's canceling this guy. Everybody's like, oh, Nick, how about this guy? This is your boy, huh? I go on, I say, listen, man, I understand what people are saying. Let's wait till we get some facts, and then we'll make a decision. So I waited.
And two, you're not.
And I got a bunch of shit for waiting. Everyone's like, fuck you, man. Speak out on your boy. What the fuck? I mean, I got railed on social, but I was the only one that didn't. So I waited because of this tweet. Which is now deleted, by the way. And it was the worst tweet that I have ever seen from somebody in trouble. Not only was the original the worst, this motherfucker edits that same tweet like 6 times. And he admits in this tweet to talking to somebody inappropriately who was underage. Go on Twitter. I say, look, facts came out. This sucks fucking ass. We didn't know about this, obviously, and we're going to cut ties, and we don't condone or agree with anything like this. They're not happy with that either.
Why are they not happy with it?
Because so you can go hard on some leave the kids alone shit, but when it's your boy, it's just like, oh, you're not happy about it. The fuck do you want, man? I said, I don't condone it. It's disgusting.
Cut all ties.
And we're cutting ties. Done. So weeks go by. This guy deletes that tweet and then says that it was all a joke. He put out that tweet as bait to see who his real friends are.
In his mind, he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't, all right? He kind of outlines what their relationship was, states that, they were in this kind of grey area where, yeah, they used to run with each other, yeah, they used to play games and all the rest of it, but they weren't on that, really close level where they would, text each other and stuff like this. So it was that kind of grey area in between. When you're associated with someone like that who's kind of under fire in that capacity, you are going to get asked your thoughts and opinions on something. Another person who was also friendly with Dr. Disrespect before the whole allegations thing came out was Dr. Lupo. Now, he spoke about the whole situation in a clip from a stream, right? And he basically said that there's absolutely no defending what happened, you know, get your brain out of the gutter, and basically, you know, called Dr. Disrespect out for the allegations that were coming against him, and also basically stated that he was cutting ties.
Crazy how Lupo just turns on people? Bitch, what? You want me? What the fuck do you expect? What? You should hold every person that you respect accountable for their mistakes too. So in the situation where a person that I was working with consistently on both game development and my career as a streamer at the same time, we had collaborated multiple times. Suddenly it turns out that years ago he tried to message a minor to solicit them for sex, and it got caught, and that's why it didn't happen. You expect me to not turn my back? Bro, y'all, there's no way you do not have fucking brain damage from this. There's absolutely no way. If anywhere along that path you go, oh, that's fine, you got something fucked up in your head, dude. I don't give a shit. Clip it, put it on LSF, tag him on. I don't give a fuck, dude. He messaged a 17-year-old when he was in his late 30s with a child and married, trying to solicit them for sex. And every single time he talks about it, it's going to be sugar-coated. It's going to be dumbed down, because at what point do you expect someone to say, yeah, I wanted to fuck a teenager? Do you think he's going to say that? Fuck no. He's going to make it look better for himself every single time. There is no place along that. It doesn't matter if it's Tyler. If it was my fucking brother, I would say the same shit. Because you do not defend that. There's no defending it. Okay? Get your fucking head out of the gutter. The brain rot is fucking killing some of you, and it blows my fucking mind. Yeah, he's going to have a fuckload of people over there that are watching him because they don't give a shit. They just want their fucking balloon animals from their clown to move on, because that's the community that he's grown. That's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. But if you expect me to associate with that, or anybody that has any respect for themselves to associate with that in any way, you're fucking lost, dude. It's very clear cut. He said on Twitter himself that he messaged a minor and they were inappropriately. He said those words himself. Yeah, he went and deleted it, tried to edit it multiple times. But y'all, what the fuck is wrong with you? Pull your heads out of your asses. This is not a thing to argue about. This ain't like support. This isn't a cultural thing. It's not like some singular event at a time. This is a dude tried to fuck a teenager. Done. Yeah, well, Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld's fucking gross too. I see people bring that shit up all the time. Still disgusts me as well. Seinfeld was a shit show anyway, but that's besides the point. It's that. That's it. Done. He messaged a 17-year-old while in his late 30s trying to fuck. Done. The end. Got it? Don't be fucking weird. Log out of your PCs, go out, touch grass, and think about reality. Is there a place for forgiveness? Not from me. There's some shit that you just don't do, man. I don't know, trying to fuck a teenager doesn't seem like the right thing to do to me. Anyway, hey, where do you gotta...
Everything goes really quiet for a period of time, right? But Dr. Disrespect, after a long space of time on YouTube with being demonetized, finally gets undemonetized, so remonetized, I guess. And he goes back to streaming. You know, he's back. He's doing what he does. Like, there's a stream going on right now. He's streaming to over 12,000 people. So, you know, he's doing quite well for himself. And it seems like the allegations haven't really damaged his career massively. I mean, the company that even dropped him, I think it was Overnight or something like that, where, you know, he was making a game with them, they dropped him, and then the allegations obviously came out and stuff like this. That company went bust. So, you know, he's actually not really lost anything off the back of all of this. One of his first streams to YouTube back, he calls out everyone. He goes on a rampage towards the people that called him out. Most notably, Nickmercs and Dr. Lupo, who obviously, you know, publicly criticized him and revealed that he was permanently banned due to inappropriate messages with a minor, allegedly. So, yeah, Here's the clip of DrDisrespect going off the handle at these guys.
I think Nickmercs is the biggest fucking pussy in the world. Lupo, obviously, he's a big ass, he's a fake. Let's go ahead and say it. Never didn't talk about it before, but I'm in the mood now to talk about it. I think these fucking people are the phoniest people in the industry, man. You know what I mean, champs? I won't talk about it anymore, but I just had to say that. I did, and I know you guys know, but God, I had to say it. Biggest fucking phonies. I can call out all these people. I don't want to, though, man. You know what I mean, champs? These people have met, like those two people met Mrs. Assassin and Baby Assassin, Little Assassin, right? They met him multiple times. So for Nick to go on some fucking low-budget podcast and talk about us the way he did, like, who does that? Like, pause the music. Who does that? Fucking phony pussy. And then Lupo screaming at the top of his lungs. He's got 400 viewers now. No one gives a, like, he's always copied us. Transitions, intros, all that stuff. He's always has. Like, I'm just gonna go and release some stuff off my mind. Disrespecting me, disrespecting Mrs. Assassin, Little Assassin. Come on, man. That's how you get knocked the fuck out. This guy thinks he's is Nickmercs, dude. I don't even know what happened to him. I don't know if he's still around. He thinks he's like tough guy putting his who can I knock out in a fight list together. Like, who does, first off, who does that shit, man? Second off, this guy wouldn't even fucking come close. No way. Anyways, I just don't know who, like, the type of mentality to go on and talk about someone like that. Like, you just gotta be, you're lost. You don't do that. Time out. No. Especially when you don't know shit. No one does. Fucking rat's what he is. Lupo, fake phony rat. There's a lot of people that I don't care about. I don't care about. The issue that I have with those two is that they met Mrs. Assassin multiple times. They met Baby Assassin. They met my family. Right? They know what I'm about, you know? You know what I mean, champs? They got sucked in by an over-exaggerated fucking narrative that was blown up by all these little anime, desperate for attention, zero life experience people on the internet, these trolls, and it was blown out and exaggerated. And then you got people going, but you admitted it. What the fuck do we admit? Some jokes and bannering? That's what we said. Wake up. We didn't admit nothing. Now, you're convinced, and they're all convinced by the narrative that was put out by, guess who? Rolling Stones, Washington Post, right? Little fucking depressed, deep-eyed slasher. All these people, right? These people we can't relate to. And it's unfortunate. But the real truth, after that, it was revealed. Look at these fucking fake phonies, man. I mean, you're literally, Nick's going on a podcast talking about us, champs. I don't even fucking... Look, there's a difference between having to, like, as a person in the industry, to speak up on it, and, like, for example, Tim and Z Laner, like, they're good people. They're good people. They responded in a way where it's like, hey, from what we've heard, okay, again, give me a call, shoot me a DM, whatever. Let's talk about it. Explain it in a couple minutes. Boom, that's it. But they never did that. So for those that are asking, like, you should play with Z or Timmy, the only way is they'd have to apologize. Not publicly. I don't care about it. They just come up and say, hey, made a mistake. Boom, let's get back into it. Then I'm good, right? That's how I deal with shit, right? Like, hey, as long as you learn from it, you apologize, boom, you move on. This whole exaggerated narrative that was built up, so pathetic, bunch of fucking pussies, what it is. We've got Bobby rallied, we got Vis. Do we have to network to stay relevant or popular or do whatever? No, champs. All these fucking other people, they need each other. They need the streamer award shows. They need to network. They need Twitch. They need to do this. We need to do a hot tub stream together. We need to fucking make sure we collab. It's like, holy shit, Dexerto, it's like a dick-sucking website for Kai Cenat. And when I'm not in a Lamborghini on the way to the arena or doing hot shot 360s to win games on the main stage in front of the brightest LED lights imaginable, I got common sense people coming up to the two-times. Hey, two-time, what's up, man? Congratulations on the Rumble. Congratulations on the YouTube monetization, right? It ain't
PDF pedophile. Anime picture, he, him, she, her. Look at this guy. He's still around. He's still relevant.
It ain't like that. Fuck that. They want to believe that, but it ain't that. That ain't the case. Like, I'm rolling, man. But you know what's gonna happen? Xerato's gonna write their little article. Fuck, dude. What the fuck? Jake Lucky's going, oh man, did you get it? And what's his partner's name? Who's like a hardcore liberal dude? They're all kind of hardcore, but like, what's his?
Oh God, what the fuck did he say, dude? He's just stirring the pot again. Is it true? Is it his numbers are down? Is it because? Well, maybe, is it because he's not getting any sponsorships, or is there no game campaigns? Does any of his friends play with him anymore? His numbers are down. It's just...
Now, for many people, they'd be like, fair play, DrDisrespect, you've absolutely nailed it. Some people would be like, fuck you, DrDisrespect, you can't, how do you think you can bounce back from this? How do you think you can call out the people that basically dropped you because they don't want to be associated with someone that is allegedly talking inappropriately to minors in your own words, and then even editing a response statement, right? So, I don't really know where to sit with this. It's a really weird grey area where I'm like, you know, the allegations have come against him. They've had no lasting effect. Really, there was no reason for him other than maybe pride and ego to respond, but he has responded. So yeah, it's a very interesting talking point. But what do you guys think? Do you think Dr. Disrespect has got a fair point with what he said in his response, or do you think he should have just kept it stump, avoided all of the allegations thus far, and just kind of cracked on like nothing happened, like most other influencers do? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down in the comments. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.